Hey, what's up everybody, this is Wyatt aka Incubator here, bringing you yet another toy review, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Human Alliance Leadfoot. This one is the Target exclusive, the one that's released in, I think, America. There is going to be an international one that doesn't have the Target logo and the Target logo down here, or the Cottonelle thing. There will be an international one that just doesn't have the Target and the Cottonelle stuff back here. So if you're in like the UK, you'll probably get that one. Or you can import this one. I was really happy to find this one. Got it for a good price too. He doesn't seem to. He's going to sell that well. So I'm sure if you are not in the US and you wanted one with the Target logo on it, it would not be hard to have one imported by a friend. So if you want that, definitely try, because it won't be hard to get. But Leadfoot, this is the Target one, so I've said that probably like 6 times, and I'm recording of like 45 seconds. So he's a car. He is a NASCAR car. He's a track car. He's a late model. He is a Chevy Impala. I don't know the exact model number, but yeah, I watch NASCAR, so this is Juan Pablo Montoya's car. I don't have Human Alliance Roadbuster, but to compare him to another track car, I do have Deluxe Roadbuster. You can see there's a big size difference, but while stuff comes down to it, this guy is way more accurate to an actual track car than this guy. Not way more, to be honest, but he's pretty accurate. While the stuff this one gets right is the one net window, and the just plastic over here, as to where this one has 2 net windows, which is fine for symmetry of the chest, so I don't really mind it. But this one has everything else. This one has the exact proportions. Stock cars and late models are more rounded, and they're a lot I can't think of the word. They're not too wide. Well, this one is pretty wide. He's not as wide, and the whole car is kind of skinny, while a stock car should be like this, kind of, bulky and with a bit of mass, not lanky and wide like this. This one also has this raised, while these should lay really low to the ground, almost touching it. The lights on this one are painted. While this one are translucent, they look more fake than what they try to do with this one. If you know what a stock car looks like, they just have stickers. These aren't real headlights. And it just looks more like a legit NASCAR than the deluxe one, which I don't take really points on this for. It does kind of distract me, and this does look kind of weird. But hey, this one still has everything as paint apps. Better than the Human Alliance, but I think the Human Alliance might have a better build altogether as weaponized. And I really don't know why they're not making these guys weaponized. He's definitely not weaponized. The only weaponized figure we've gotten so far is Topspin. And we are going to get a deluxe Leadfoot soon that is weaponized. But I don't know why they're not doing those weaponized ones. My theory is that NASCAR told them, if you're going to make our cars into toys, we want most of them, or some of them, to be actual representations of what they really look like. Not just gunned up versions that Michael Bay puts on a movie and gives them random names, and some of them don't even talk. Which is true. If I was for the marketing or production thing for merchandise for NASCAR, I would definitely be in that position. Now, he also comes with this little guy, Steeljaw. Steeljaw was supposed to be in the movie. Whether named Warpath or Steeljaw, based on concept art, is not up to me. Comes with this little chain. You can take it off. That's Steeljaw pretty much. He has his ball joints and all his hips. And I guess these are shoulders. Are all ball jointed. Universal movement, really good movement, all the way out and all the way around. He even has a ball joint up here and a hinge. So you can get some really good movement. He has a hinged jaw with, his tongue's not in there. His tongue has fallen out. Wow, that is odd. I must have dropped him somewhere and it fell out. But it goes on that little thing in there. Wow. I know what I'm doing after this review. I'm going to go look for it. But I'm sure you've all seen it. If you're interested in this figure, it's just like a chain tongue almost. And it's just a really nice sculpted detail. Jeez, that tongue's gonna annoy me if I don't find it. I better find it soon. But Leadfoot, he also comes with a little Human Alliance figure named Sargent Detour, who's really Juan Pablo Montoya, because that's the driver of the car. They just don't want to call him that. Here's a little driver with his helmet. He has really nice details and stuff on him too. I can almost make some of these or most of these out. That's Lysol, Sprint Cup Series, Cottonelle. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what that. This one might be Target too, and this one's Target. He has some stripes on his shoulders. Articulation on the little human guy is shoulder, hinge, rotating wrists, which is a really good touch. No waist, but legs go all the way around with hinges and whatnot. That's Sargent Detour, aka Juan Pablo Montoya. And now, Leadfoot. I've already talked about the car mode a lot, so let's go into transformation. And transformation is kind of weird, and he has missile storage for steeljaw, which you just kind of take it out and take it out from here. So, alright, transforming Leadfoot is kind of almost a hassle because of you can really transform him in many ways. There's the transformation that you see on the box, the transformation you want, and then there's the one that other people want. The other people have shown you. I go with mine. I'll show you how I transform him, how I like him to look. P.R. has a pretty good transformation, and P.R. or Paul up the bottom, he shows a decent representation, but his it doesn't seem to tab well together, though neither does mine, so I can't really say anything. I think if you want a really solid one, go for P.R.'s, but I try to do mine as accurate as possible. But let's go into this. Open the doors and push the nets down like you've already seen. Come back here, untab that and split it. Split this at the top, rise this up, rotate it around. It's got two clips right here that'll clip together. And his hood does this skids and mud flap trick. You can take these, take the rest of it, and just kind of raise it. Whoops, I did something. Broke something. I didn't really break it, but raise this section, bring these forward. Okay, come under here and take these two doors, and they're on a hinge down here, and kind of just take them out of whatever they're tabbed into and blocked by, and just fold them out to here. I don't think they're tabbed into anything. Just fold them down here and out of the way. Untab these parts and rotate this panel, or flip this panel up. I don't know if you can hear that, but New Divide just came on the radio, and it's kind of ironic. Take this front of the Impala, or split these, and flip it down. Take these wheels and flip them forward. What to do now? Take his arms, what will be his arms, and fold them out. Fold this section up, tab it in right there, and take this whole section and begin to push it down. But before you do that, there's a little thing in here, this little notch, you have to push that in. It'll push this section up, you have to pull this up, and this will be his head. Oops. This will be his head, if I can get it. Also, you might want to push that down. There we go. Fiddle with it and bring it all up. Like that. Now, what? Okay. If this, okay, I see it now. If that comes on tab it back, and then there's a tab right here that'll go into a slot right here to the back of that assembly. Keep that together. Now, here's where it gets kind of wonky and kind of unsolid, but it's okay, I guess. It could be worse. You want to take this part, kind of stick your finger in there and kind of push it forward as much as you can without really popping anything out. This comes unpopped, I guess it's okay. Don't really worry about it, but try and keep it as naturally looking as possible and fold these up, because if you have this all the way back, these won't hinge up. And if you look at the CGI model, these go up and are angled. But before we do that, we're going to situate the arms, which is fairly easy. You just have to look at them and not break that off like I just did. It's a ball joint, so I don't really care. But there we go. Just flip the arm around, rotate that piece around, fold the seat up. There's an arm. Rotate it all around here. Alright, come on. Yeah, I can do this any other time, but not on camera. Why won't this... There we go. Fold down accordingly. Come on. My god. There. He has lots of hinges. Useless hinges in his arms. And I really don't know why. Okay. Now you have his arms, his upper body put together. Take his doors back here, or under here. Fold them up, over a little bit. This is awkward. This is terribly awkward. Go under here and push them up if need be. Most of the time it will need be. Situate them forward or back, however way. Push this together, fold the headlights up, situate this back here. And there you have his chest section. Come under here and press this tab up here, fold it, and you have to find a way to lock it into this section in order to keep his chest from sliding and stuff like that. It'll keep the legs locked in. Come, no, not too subtly. Go down here, unfold that, fold out the foot and the heel. All the way back here and tap that in, and then flip this panel down here. Flip all that down, rotate everything, push everything into place. He is really back heavy. He has heel springs you have to click in, so make sure you hear that. And there's Leadfoot in robot mode. Kind of wonky, I know you're thinking like, geez, that's a hassle. That is not worth my time. When it's not that it's not worth your time, it's just it's not convenient at all. The transformation, it's really just confusing for no reason, and just completely crazy. You can see he does the same thing that Jazz and Roadbuster do. If you come back here, and I'm holding the camera, that's why it's shaky. I'm sorry, but I can't show this from desk level. If you take the switch back here and flip it up, his sunglasses will fold down. You can see his head sculpt. There is a really nice head sculpt. I think it suits him well. In the overall look of the figure, he does still own his beer gut and his wings things on his chest. His arms are kind of weird, but that's okay. He maintains some more red down here without it making him look like a naked panel. If you wanted, I've discovered if you keep these wheels folded out, they will support the chest wings, as well as add some filling back here. But I like the look of them folded up here to give the illusion of the beer gut. But for kids who want to play with him a lot, might want to do that so that he doesn't constantly just fall apart from this transformation. He's kind of hollow, but whatevs. He has Mechtech ports right here, so you can plug in any real Mechtech weapon. I don't really have one. Okay, I have Roadbusters here. Just peg that in. While it's not even really a Mechtech port, he also has some ports up here, but they're too big. Little spring-loaded ports up here, but they're too big. These ports are made for Steeljaw, who has a bigger port. I think those are all 5mm. I think he's 6mm. Just because of how big the ports are. I'll show how to transform him real quick. You can take his chain off. Well, here, I'll show him real quick with Leadfoot. You can, the point of the chain is it has a hole right here and a peg in his hand. And you peg that in, Just kind of wrap his fingers around it a little bit. And he kind of has a chain leash for steeljaw. So kind of silly, but it's kind of neat. I like the idea. It really almost makes me wish steeljaw was in the movie. I was already hoping he was, but he wasn't. It's something to cry about, but it would have been neat to see how he would have acted. Take the head, fold it up and rotate it. Take the legs, fold them back, fold the hind legs forward. Put the missile in, and you have steeljaw in his gun mode. Just plug it in right here on his arm or wherever. He has pistons right here. You press them and he shoots the missile. So it's cool, I guess. He turns into a gun. It's pretty efficient, but whatevs. Not the greatest gimmick or greatest addition ever. But it is still really neat. I'm really glad they included him. He really is a nice addition for the set. I think he's the only toy of steeljaw we're going to get to, so that's alright. Leadfoot's articulations. Leadfoot has head rotation that doesn't go all the way around, but goes pretty far. Pretty far as the normal head. Arms go forward and back, in and out at 2 joints. Bend up here at the upper arm and rotate, but they also have a hinge right here where the hand does this thing. Hands pivot at the wrist and at the bottom knuckle, as well as hinge at the thumb. There's waist swivel, but not with this thing, so you have to raise that up so to get the waist swivel. Legs go forward and back, bend at the upper knee or upper thigh, and bend right here at the knee. Pretty much wherever you want the knee is where it is. And foot pivots and the heel pivots, but I wouldn't recommend messing with the heel that much, seeing as how it will probably fall over with that. And if you're wondering, I got a full picture of them all. I'll incorporate it somewhere in the video, probably now or before the video started. Haven't decided yet, but if you're wondering, I'd compare him to vehicle mode to Roadbuster, but here he is in robot mode with top spin. And I don't know why this shows such bad lighting. It's really not. There we go. That's better. You can see, you know, Leadfoot, it should be shorter, but here's a good idea of just him, and then just Roadbuster right there. So here's all 3 records. I have all 3 in toy form now, which is pretty cool. The best figure out of all these guys is probably Top Spin, simply for his solid features and just for his simplicity. Roadbuster, not because it's not how he looked in the movie, and just, I don't know. Leadfoot isn't bad. I'm not bashing Leadfoot anyway. Leadfoot is actually a good figure, much better than some people lead on. Because I was reading on the sightings forum, everyone's like, oh, I've heard horror stories about him. Why are you telling us he's there? Oops, let me fix this. You know, no one wants him. He's a terrible figure. When he's not. Leadfoot is by no means terrible. Leadfoot is a pretty decent toy. He's just really finicky and really fragile, for lack of a better term. I do like him. I do recommend him. If you like Human Alliance line, and if you like Sideswipe and Barricade, or at least tolerated those two, you'll enjoy this guy. He's a great addition, and I'm sure he looks really good next to Human Alliance Roadbuster. Pick him up if you get the chance. I recommend him. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and please comment, and please rate, no matter what. You can thumbs down it, negative comment, troll me. Just leave some sort of feedback. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and I'll catch you guys in the next review. Thanks for watching.